From Villanova's campus, reports of an active shooter, and Skyforce 10 is overhead, and you can see shattered glass right there, right outside of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Law, the law school.
And we saw just moments ago a number of officers outside that hall, John F. Scarpa Hall, where you see that glass is blown out. And Tracy, you and I both saw those officers with long guns approaching and going inside. Now we see someone exiting. Again, reports of an active shooter on the campus of Villanova University.
If you're just joining us, Villanova sent out an alert to its students just coming on for the first day of classes. Alert at 4:30 telling them to shelter in place. Radnor police subsequently sent out an alert telling people to shelter in place and to stay inside, nearby residents and students.
And we can see right there a number of people, officers convening outside John F. Scarpa Hall. Right now, let's go to Miguel Martinez-Valle with any new information from our newsroom. Miguel.
Campus where students are being asked to shelter in place, but in surrounding communities. SEPTA actually just sent out an alert saying that the Thorndale line inbound and outbound is going to bypass Villanova because of the police activity. Speaking of that police activity, you guys were kind of speaking to it there. It's massive on Villanova's campus. This is by Scarpa Hall, by the law school in Villanova. You can see here agents and police, they are running in. They are, you can see, are ready to go. And going into Scarpa Hall again, that is where we saw the shattered door, the broken-in doorway. This does look like a big response, and we believe it was the police from Radnor who had told us that this was a active shooting situation, that they were asking people to shelter in place. But Villanova University also sent a warning asking students to barricade themselves into a safe room if they can. This is also happening as there are many students and family members on campus. If you see not just the police response, but you might have seen it before, the tent that's set up there. Well, that tent is because this is an opening day for many students, for new students, and also for law students. And there's supposed to be an opening day picnic happening on campus. But just as we're seeing from Skyforce 10, you can see there's a lot of police activity, a lot of agents responding to this report of some active shooting situation on Villanova's campus. This is Scarpa Hall that they are focusing their efforts on. We just watched as police were at attention going inside of the building. And of course, we're seeing as they're also standing by outside in the perimeter. And so this is affecting not just students, but the surrounding community as well. We are hoping to get more information from officials on the ground there. We also have crews on the way, as well as Skyforce 10, as you can see there from these images. But it's just a massive police response on the ground there. This happened around 4:30 when University of Villanova sent out the alert warning of the active shooter on campus, asking people to get to a secure location and to barricade doors. Again, this just after 1,800 students had moved on to the campus to begin some of their orientation work and to start this new semester. So definitely a scary time for students there. We saw several ambulances that were in the area, several emergency vehicles that were in the area as well. And now it is also affecting, if we're back out here live, SEPTA, where you can see that it's the Thorndale line that's going to be skipping over Villanova as this police activity is happening. So as we get more information, of course, we're going to bring it back to you. We're working now with crews to get them on the to get them there to speak to people, but as well as monitoring social media and seeing what students are doing during this, what I'm sure is a very terrifying time. Tracy.
Those officers running into Scarpa Hall. We don't know the circumstances surrounding them. Again, following the reports of an active shooter, we are sending a number of our crews to this location. Yep. Right now, let's go to Aaron Baskerville. Aaron, where are you exactly?
We just arrived on scene here. We're on Lancaster Ave, and take a look. This is what we've been seeing for the past 5, 6, 7 minutes. Is just that, flashing lights from all different sorts of law enforcement vehicles flying down this area. We saw a bunch of them. I'm talking about a good 10, 15 cars that way. And then now, once again, you're going to see it again. Another car screaming up this way with lights and sirens on. That's what we've been seeing since we've been here. Like I said, we just arrived. Once again, you're going to see an emergency vehicle. This officer flying up here, trying to get to some sort of location. We don't know if they're trying to go back to a law school in this area. That's what we've heard from folks out here on the ground. You can see across the street as well, there's another truck there guarding that gate just in case. So those are some of the things we've been seeing. I can also tell you, I thought I heard Miguel say, but it is freshman kind of orientation, according to some of the parents that we were just talking to. So right when we arrived, we saw a whole bunch of families. We're talking about parents, moms and dads who were just nervous and didn't know what was going on, running up to me as I'm just getting here, asking me, do you know what's going on? One of the students told me they did get that alert to just kind of stay where you're at, barricade, lock yourself in until this whole situation is kind of figured out. Of course, we know right now that they're responding to a report of some sort of shooting or shots fired, and that is why you see this large law enforcement presence out here. So obviously there are some helicopters up above. I'm walking around to see if there's anybody around here that we could talk to, but at this moment right now, I do not see anybody they could be in the parking lot. But once again, we're on Lancaster. If you're not familiar, Villanova, here's the campus right over here. And the sense of urgency that you felt when talking to the parents, it's hard to explain that and have that jump through the screen to you. But just imagine you're coming here for freshman orientation. You're with your mom, your dad. It's supposed to be a joyful day. You're going to try and figure out those first days of college, of course. Then all of a sudden, all you see is cars speeding up and down, officers all around. You're getting alerts on your phone, and no one knows exactly what is happening. So that's leading to some of these nerves and concern here from some of the families and parents I had a quick chance to talk to off camera. But let's send it back to you guys in the studio. That's the latest from what I'm seeing, but it's just been a constant parade of speeding law enforcement vehicles going up and down Lancaster in both directions, trying to figure out exactly what's going on with this report of a shooting on the campus of Villanova University.
All right, Aaron, thanks for that.